What's up again, guys? Brian here at 3TR, and I got a special topics video to share with you today. Now, this video is really in response to all the negative backlash that I've been hearing over the internet with this recent announcement that Wonder Woman will be in Man of Steel 2. Now, what's really kind of shocked me the most is that a lot of YouTubers who I actually enjoy watching have really just been focusing on the negative side, and I don't believe that they are taking the time to really look at this from a good point of view. They're just saying, oh, it's a terrible decision, and it's not turning into a Superman movie. They want to rush. They want to make a Justice League movie so bad, but they don't want to seem like they're rushing. Look, calm the hell down. I do not believe Warner Brothers is so stupid that they're willing to actually risk rushing something this precious and end up it being a massive train wreck. I think they have a plan, they just haven't shown us yet, and they're giving us little hints by hint about what their overall plan is, and I just want to share my thoughts on how I think they're going to schedule it, how I would schedule it, and why I don't think adding Wonder Woman into Batman and Superman or Man of Steel 2 is such a bad idea. Now, I've already done a video talking about my thoughts about who they've casted as Wonder Woman. I will leave a link to that video in the description down below. As it stands, I'm still not convinced, but there's still a good 2 years to prove. Maybe she'll surprise me. Maybe she'll end up being a great Wonder Woman. We don't know yet, but that's beside the point. Bottom line is, I think they handled the announcement a little bit wrong. I don't think they should have said Wonder Woman flat out. I think they should have said Diana Pryce, which, for those of you who don't know, I believe that's Wonder Woman's identity. How I believe Wonder Woman is going to be used in Batman and Superman or Man of Steel 2 is that she's going to have a very small role, and I think that's how she should be used. I think the most we should see about her is maybe a couple of scenes. Maybe we see her interact with Bruce or Clark Kent. I damn sure don't want to see her be Bruce Wayne's love interest. Please don't do that. But I believe what's going to happen with her character is she's going to see maybe a little bit of the fight between Batman and Superman, and then she's going to actually see Batman and Superman team up and confront whatever threat is going to be in Man of Steel 2. And I obviously think that they're going to overcome it, but she's going to see that they almost lost, and that maybe this threat isn't entirely over. So she's going to feel obligated to want to help them. Obviously, she doesn't have her powers yet. I don't want to see her with the suit on. I don't want to see her with her powers. I think that by seeing what Batman and Superman do in this film, she's going to be inspired, or she's going to feel obligated to go home to Themyscira. She's going to convince her Amazonian sister. She's going to convince her mother. She's going to be like, okay, Mother, I know we're not supposed to interfere with the world of man, but there's something big coming, and I want to help them. Can you please give me the powers I need to help them? Maybe I'll act as like some sort of ambassador, kind of like how she was in the Justice League comic book. She needs these powers in order to aid them, because second time around, whatever this major threat is, Batman and Superman are not going to be able to handle it by themselves. So that is why having these small little scenes, just establishing that she is in this world, will guarantee that we will get a Wonder Woman movie. We just need to establish a small motivation without it actually focusing on her. We focus on Batman and Superman. We have her see the outcome, see what is going to come, and then that's how you get Wonder Woman movie, which I absolutely guarantee. I'm sure we're going to get one after Batman and Superman. Now, the next small announcement that was made was that a Flash was going to be introduced in this film. I don't think he's going to be introduced. I think he's going to have just as many small cameos, or maybe even a smaller cameo than I think Wonder Woman or Diana is going to have. Maybe just a small scene of them maybe saying who the Flash is, because as it stands now, we don't even know which Flash they're going to use. If I had to bet money on it, most likely it would be Wally West, simply because Barry Allen is already attached with Arrow, so we want to use a completely different Flash. And I think, Wally West kind of brings the whole comic relief thing. So going into Justice League, you need that character there. So that's why I think bringing Flash as Wally West in this film just establish that he is in this world. A lot of people are so concerned that they're going to just jam-pack this thing. They think that it's going to detract from the main story, which is going to be Batman and Superman. I don't think so. I think that Zack Snyder and the writers, I think they just want to state that, okay, this is who is going to be who, and they are in this world. We don't want to just have their own movie and say, oh, this is supposed to be a part of this world. I think that was one of the biggest problems I've had with the Marvel films, is that they've made all these different worlds, and then they've made them all come together in one world and state that, yes, they are all in one world, instead of just automatically showing that all of these characters are in one world, which is Superman's world. I think that by doing that, I think it's a much more smoother process. And heck, if you're a big fan like me, or you're like a super geek, if you saw the original Man of Steel, you would know that there was actually a little hint of Green Lantern, which tells me that the team that we will have for Justice League is going to be Superman, Batman, Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern. Which Green Lantern, we don't know yet, but absolutely a Green Lantern. So, now that we have the team down, this is how I believe they're going to schedule the movies. And this is why I personally am going to bust my ass to make sure I go to Comic-Con 2014. That is going to be the Comic-Con to go to. I believe they're going to not only show maybe a little clip of Man of Steel 2, but they're going to announce that Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern are all going to come out, my best guess, 2016, if they aren't going to start making plans for it. I just don't think they're going to announce it until then. Now, how they're going to schedule this is like this. But before I do that, I want to show you just a quick little map schedule of how they did the Avengers films. Now, Iron Man, apparently the most popular franchise of the whole Marvel Universe that we have right now, was started in 2008 alongside The Incredible Hulk, which came out that same year. Now, jump to 2 years here. After that, you have Iron Man 2, and then the year after that, you have Thor and Captain America coming out in 2011, and then you have the Avengers coming out in 2012. So between Iron Man 1 and the Avengers, it took them 5 films to get there, and they did it in 4 years. Now, let's jump to DC. Man of Steel came out this year, 2013. Man of Steel 2 comes out in 2015, and I believe that by having Wonder Woman, The Flash, and Green Lantern come out in 2016, it kind of states to me that they're planning to release Justice League 2017. So, basically, it's the same amount of time, and it's the same amount of movies. It's 4 years, 5 films to get to a 6th film. I think some of you might be thinking, oh, it's just too fast. Well, if they want to spread this out a little bit more, then heck, between Wonder Woman, Flash, and Green Lantern, maybe they could have one come out in 2017 and then have Justice League come out in 2018. I think if they spread it out that way, that definitely gives them enough time. The one thing I think a lot of people are just a little bit biased about is that they feel like Batman needs to have his own film. I don't believe that at all. I think they could do just as good of a job by putting Batman in Man of Steel 2. Because as I stated in my first video talking about why I think Batman needs to take on Superman in this film, is that we need to establish that Batman belongs on this team. Now, I know what a lot of you are saying. It's like, oh, no, he doesn't have to. Batman is Batman. That's why he belongs on the Justice League. No. If you really look at it in a realistic form, why is Batman on the Justice League? He has no powers. Superman could kill him with one hit if he wanted to. We need to establish that Bruce Wayne, even without powers, can stand with gods. Because that's basically what the Justice League is. It's basically a team of gods here. And he is, just by statistics, should be the easiest one to take down. So by having him actually challenge the strongest member of the Justice League, and him actually being able to successfully hold his own against him, that, in my view, establishes that he is just as good as Superman. Maybe not as powerful in terms of overall abilities, but the fact that he is so much more disciplined, he is so much more skilled at what he does than Superman, gives him an edge. And I think that overall, I think that's how Batman's going to end up beating him. And there's even I even had a small theory that perhaps it's possible that Batman could actually help train Superman. Like, he will have like a conversation, like maybe during their fight, saying, well, you know, Clark, you saw what happened with Metropolis, where basically you were just two blunt-inched objects just kind of colliding, causing all this massive destruction. You have the power, but you simply don't have the discipline to use it properly in a combat scenario. Maybe I can help you actually master your powers and actually use them properly. So I think that because Batman has been doing this longer and he has more experience, I think because he has much more of a combat experience and he has a much more better military combat mind, I think that's how he's going to get the edge over Superman. Because Superman's just going to be going like he was with Zod. He's just going to be just bashing through things, just throwing random punches, and we all know that a strategy like this is not going to work against someone like Darkseid or Mongul, or you know damn right this Superman would not even last 10 minutes against someone like Doomsday. And I'm absolutely positive we're going to see Doomsday. My guess is maybe even Justice League 2. That's where I would bring in. But I'm getting off topic. Basically, I believe that from this model, it states that perhaps Warner Brothers has an idea. Batman and Superman Man of Steel 2 is simply going to state who the team members are going to be and what the major threat for Justice League is going to be. We need to show that these characters are in this world. We don't want to do what Marvel did and just have multiple different worlds and then say, hey, yeah, they're all actually part of this one world in the Avengers. I think that Warner Brothers is doing it a little bit smarter. And that is why I'm supporting the decision to add Wonder Woman, at least in a small bit. Don't give her her powers, don't give her a suit. Why I think adding her a little bit just to establish what her motivation is and Batman and Superman, Man of Steel 2 is a good idea. Why I think adding just a small mention of Flash is not too bad. And heck, I wouldn't even mind if they wanted to show just one more Easter egg involving which Green Lantern we're going to see. And those are just my initial thoughts. That's all I would want to say. If you like this video, feel free to like, comment down below, and subscribe to keep track of me in my future movie, video game reviews, and topic videos like this one. And please, I'd like to know you guys' thoughts. Do you guys think that this map movie model is a good idea for Warner Brothers to follow? Do you guys think that some of my ideas were any good? Or maybe you disagree. Maybe you think this is going to suck. Because heck, I don't know. If they don't announce these 3 movies at next year's Comic-Con, then I personally think this whole schedule is a complete waste of time, and I don't know what Warner Bros. Is going to do. Maybe this whole thing is going to be a complete flop. Maybe Batman and Superman is going to seriously bomb. I don't know, but this is just how I would do it. I just want to share my thoughts with you guys, and I really would like to know some feedback, just so we can all come together as one group, one really, truly great group of fans. Just we want to see this succeed. I don't want to see Marvel just rule the box office. I want to see a good competition between these two, because competition brings improvement for both sides, and that's what I think we can see. And like always, thank you guys for watching. You're awesome, and I'll see you next time.